Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now May 28th of 2022. Just yesterday was the official unveiling of the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series for Disney Plus, and of course a lot of fans around the world so far have really been enjoying everything related to the show. A couple of things here and there I will actually acknowledge that a lot of fans have been nitpicking, and rightfully so. And at the end of the day, we already know that the Kenobi series only has 4 episodes left remaining, of course, so throughout the entirety of the month of June is going to all be geared toward the Kenobi TV series before we have a little break in July, and then we head to Andor in August. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars right now is that we already know that Kathleen Kennedy is still working on the Acolyte TV series with Leslie Headland, which, by the way, we talked about this numerous times, that they are still having a lot of trouble with that actual series when it comes to the scripts, when it comes to a lot of the sets that are currently being built for the show, and how Disney actually lost quite a bit of revenue on that series when it came to the actual budget of the series due to all the rewrites, the firings of some directors, etc. Now, Kathleen Kennedy has been a lot more vocal most recently, ever since, of course, the debut of the Kenobi series, and even, of course, in Star Wars Celebration. She's been more vocal about the Acolyte series and everything that she's doing with Leslie Headland, and recently she had more to talk about the Star Wars fandom, and specifically actress Gina Carano, who portrayed Cara Dune in the Mandalorian series. Now, mind you, alright, we already know that Kathleen Kennedy has had a lot of problems with the fandom that has been very opinionated and voicing their own opinion out on all forms of social media, so it really is no surprise at all. However, when it all dwindles down to Kathleen Kennedy's take on Gina Carano, with both Disney and Lucasfilm beginning to work on new Star Wars TV shows and movies, creators Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are also heavily involved with the Ahsoka Tano series and The Mandalorian Season 4. However, recently Kathleen Kennedy was able to engage in an interview where she began to talk about the Star Wars fandom, and specifically actress Gina Carano. Now, Kathleen Kennedy went on to state, well, there's one thing that always bothered many of us over at Lucasfilm, and that is how the fans reacted to Gina Carano getting detached from The Mandalorian when we made that decision back in 2021. There is no reason for the fans to have acted out in such a negative manner when we were putting that, of course, in our position to let go of Gina Carano and move forward with our other new Star Wars projects. All we needed to do was make the right decision in order to create a successful lineup of shows. When I look at the fandom, I can't help but see that there is a large percentage of fans that play the victim or over-exaggerate when it involves how we treat the fans generally speaking. We had to let Gina go, and looking at everything now, Gina was the core of the problem of the fans acting in such a way that really put pressure on the creators over at Lucasfilm. Gina, of course, Carano is the core of many of the issues that have been going on with the fandom today. Everything that she was writing on social media was not healthy for the community, and it was only influencing the wrong message to fans. Many of us over at Lucasfilm at the time, and even to this day, still believe the fan negativity was very well planted because of Gina and her social media tendencies. So let me just stop right here for a second. This has nothing to do with Gina Carano's attitude on social media or the way that she was writing things on social media, right? Everybody has a right to, expressing themselves and having freedom of speech, and I support that. So I really never saw anything wrong with Gina Carano at the end of the day. I think that she is a very nice person. She is very much, a bubbly person. She has that kind of bubbly personality. If you guys have seen her in interviews and such, very, very close to the fans. She really makes sure to interact with the fans on social media and in person. So this doesn't really sound like, Kathleen Kennedy is telling the truth. And we're going to get into that in just a second of what Kathleen Kennedy claims about Gina Carano and her attitude on set of The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2. Now, like I say, at the end of the day, this is Lucasfilm, there's a lot of people associated with Kathleen Kennedy, then you have a lot of people associated with George, John, and Dave. Basically, you have a mixture of older employees and newer employees. Of course, the newer ones are mostly with Kathleen Kennedy and in support of her vision with the Acolyte series. Moving on. So, she goes on to say that we are trying to grow this franchise from the ground up to really give fans something new. And at the time of Mando Season 2, when we were filming, Gina only made things harder for us and backed production at times. It's the main reason why many scenes from Miss Carano were being delayed often for Season 2 of The Mandalorian. We just didn't know what else to do. We had to put a big part of the fire out to focus on positivity and the future of Star Wars. It was our goal to make the franchise enhanced by Gina causing problems for us on the set many times by always making requests for her scenes to not use stunt doubles here and there. So far, I love what myself and Leslie are putting together for the Acolyte series, as we are free from any form of these distractions, and it only helps the writing process and filmmaking for sure, and will reflect on the fans in a great way. Additionally, separate from what Kathleen Kennedy stated here, this all alludes to how Gina Carano often revealed that many associated with Lucasfilm would actually lie about her behavior on set of the second season of The Mandalorian. And of course, it was Kathleen Kennedy who also contributed to a lot of this as well. So let me just stop right here for a second. Now, in case you guys did not know, one thing about The Mandalorian Season 4 that is very exciting is that John and Dave have been putting this together for a long time of bringing back Cara Dune, played by Gina Carano. And this really has been an exciting time for Star Wars. Now, at Celebration, they showed exclusive footage of The Mandalorian Season 3 that gives you a glimpse at Bo-Katan on her throne. It gives you another glimpse at Carl Weathers coming back into the situation. But when you look at everything related to Kathleen Kennedy's take on Gina Carano as a person and as an actress, there's something that really just comes off as personal about this. I don't know about you guys, but the way that she talks, the way that she's being so bold and direct to the fans like this, it's coming like she's trying to make it seem like there was a personal problem between herself and Gina Carano. And to be honest, I don't think that there really was. I think it was all business related. I think it was all related to how, the brand was being handled. Obviously, they didn't want her writing such things on social media. And at the end of the day, let's be honest, and I've said this numerous times, Pedro Pascal wrote things on social media and nothing happened to him. Like, he never even got in trouble at all. Did he get warned? I don't know, but he did not actually have any consequences whatsoever. But moving on from all of this, alright, we already know that Gina Carano is involved with numerous other projects as well, so good for her. Everything related to Kathleen Kennedy's work so far is not looking good. So in case you guys did not know, alright, we talked about this numerous times. There are two projects that are in full creative control by Kathleen Kennedy. That is, of course, The Acolyte and Project Vortex. To fill you guys in, Project Vortex is Skeleton Crew. Alright, so Skeleton Crew is going to be all run by Kathleen Kennedy. This is basically Stranger Things in space, a group of 10-year-olds that get lost in space trying to find their way across the galaxy. That's the general outline of that new series dropping in 23. So overall, guys, let me know what you guys have to say about all of this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.